Hello everyone, welcome and good morning here in Tallinn, Estonia. We are into the last day of the Predator Arc Estonian Open on the Predator Euro Tour and stop number 2. The game is 8-ball and we are into the women's quarter-final match, and what a match we have. Jasmin Ausen from Austria against Olivia ZALEWSKA from Poland. This is a very interesting match indeed, as Jasmin beat Olivia in the European Championships not too long ago in the 8-ball in the quarterfinals on her way to winning the gold. My name is Graham Hickman. I'm going to be in the booth with Pascal De Schmidt and we will be talking you through this exciting match. Welcome Pascal, how are you doing?
Oh, good morning, Graham and pool fans from all over the world. Oh, this is gonna be absolute cracker. You would feel quarter-final action, and like you said, maybe a little bit of a revenge match, maybe.
Yeah, they've got a lot of experience between them, multiple Euro Tour winners, multiple medals. This will be a good match. So Jasmin to break first, I see, Pascal.
Yeah, I actually did commentary on her last match yesterday. In the end, she was breaking very well. She really found a good break where the good combination between power and control over the cue ball, making one ball on the break now. So we do play with the shot clock a little bit more time after the break, and each player has one extension per rack. So Jasmin with an open table, nice layout of 4, is a little bit difficult, so I think because of that she would like to go stripes here. What do you think here, Graham?
Yeah, I agree. I think just where that last stripe is down table next to the 8-ball, I think that just lends itself to quite a nice positional shot to get on the 8. Solid's on too bad, but just looks a little bit more work, Pascal, so I think the 9-ball is going to be key here. Does it go past the 6 in the top corner? I don't think so.
Oh, I think so.
Maybe it does. Yeah, maybe it does. Because that would be, for me, the key shot here, and then she's working her way down table.
There's only, well, the last stripes, which is the 12, I believe, next to the 8-ball. Would like to land pretty straight-ish on that last ball.
Yeah, maybe she takes the 15 after this 10-ball, Pascal, because that stripe right next to that center pocket gives her that pretty good angle. She can also take this one now, but leaving that stripe in the side, there's, you see, what a view. If she can play a kind of a stop shot on that one in the side, she might have to take it now, but that would have been a nice shot to get on that 12.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely would be the easiest, but if you can just roll this in and be pretty straight on the 10, maybe a small angle towards the bottom. Also, not much cue ball movement needed. 8-ball is available in both bottom pockets.
I guess even if she's a little bit off, she could draw the 12 maybe and bump into the 4. Still have the 12 in this, sorry, the 8-ball in the same pocket as the 12.
What a champion. Probably one of the best female players in the world. A lovely bump. Well, what do you think there, Graham, for a start?
Yeah, it's a champion start, isn't it? Perfect break. Nice little run out. A little bit of a puzzle to sort on the black, but as she does very well, no problems at all. An interesting one for this, Pascal, because I think I can remember commentating when Yasmin won the last Euro Tour back in February. So obviously she's going for back-to-back. It's great to see her back on the scene and doing what she does. But if she does go on to win this Euro Tour, and please in the comments correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone's got better history than me or statistics, but I think she's going for her 20th Euro Tour win if she wins this. I mean, 20, that's a crazy number, right?
Yeah, it's a legendary number. I know for a fact some young talent from the Netherlands, where I'm from, well, they would love to, even get a medal. So imagine. It's crazy. So looks like a dry break here, and this is Olivia's first chance at the table. So a little bit of pressure already maybe with Jasmine's good start. Does she still have the revenge in her mind there? Graham, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is what you're kind of hoping for, really. I think, looking at the balls, I mean, yeah, solids are probably the best, but that 6-ball down there needs a little bit of attention, Pascal. How would you work your way down there from all the solids being at the top of the table?
Yeah, that's tough. Also, I would like to maybe, I think with the 5 is pretty nice to float over one rail. So if I had a long rail, sending it towards the 8, that's a nice marker for the cue ball. But yeah, I think, well, did she try to go there now?
Yeah, I think so. Just because the 5-ball is a little bit of a safety net, if she doesn't land a good position on the 6-ball down table, but she got into the cue ball a little bit too much, and it was her first real shot on the table, so it's understandable.
Yeah, it's so tough when you get kind of out of position with 8-ball, and you need to work harder and harder to get there. Less and less options, and also the shifting of expectations can be tougher than with rotation, for example. So many choices.
Yeah, and the longer she leaves this 6-ball, the more tricky it's going to become to land on it. I mean, she could try again maybe here. I don't know if she has the angle to draw down in between the 12-ball there and the 13, I think, just to draw down. Might be a bit too thin. Can she go off the long rail and sneak behind them stripes? I don't know if she can.
Yeah, if she can hit the bottom or the right side of the stripe, there she would be good. Well, not the bump. Yeah, that was always gonna be dangerous. So last chance here then, drawing it, and preferably into the 8-ball. So opening up the 8-ball a little bit more, that would be an ideal shot, don't you think? Don't know if she has the angle for that though.
Yeah, I think she's landed at least pretty okay to come back though. Yeah, good call. I mean, she's got a shot, I think. Oof, just. But this could be maybe a bank on the 8, but I think the side pocket's blocked, Pascal. Not sure she can draw off it and come back
yeah,
up.
you
She
have
might
to
have a...
commit on something crazy here, which makes the pot more difficult. So you're rolling this in and try something crazy, or try something crazy now.
Yeah, I don't think she can run around. Yeah, she's trying to run around. Yeah, it kind of comes back to what we said at the start, she tried to get on it very early, which was the right thing to do, but the longer you don't get on it, the harder it becomes, and that was kind of the typical 8-ball curse, I think, Pascal. We've seen it happen so many times. If you don't get on it, it becomes a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, that's definitely, for me, a big difference between rotation and 8-ball, especially after the break when all the balls are still on the table. I feel like it's getting harder when the rack progresses, where in rotation, all the positions, you got more space on the table, so it gets easier with rotation. That being said, what do you do with the 10 here, Graham? You try to open it now?
I think so. She doesn't need to go crazy on it either, because she will have the safety ball kind of over the left middle pocket, sorry. So if she can bump this half ball and just push it past the 8, I don't know if she's got an angle then. Yeah, she got into it too much. She wanted to catch it more in the face, so she's got a bit of an issue, but there's a few good safety options here as well, Pascal. Putting the cue ball up table would make that black very tricky to hit, especially on the right long rail. I think she goes there now. Safety on the right side of the table, Pascal. She might play a soft little roll, try and get some cover. Just keep that 10 ball a little bit tight, so just doesn't want to open it. That's a pretty good shot. Yeah, Yasmin could play a similar shot if she wants to try and put the cue ball over the right side, but with the 8 ball sticking out a little bit, it's a little bit more tricky. She might have to try and make something happen here. She could play a little flick off the 10, but I think she might try and pot this and leave an angle from the stripe next to the middle pocket. Yeah, try and come 2 reels maybe into the 10. She's got a pretty okay angle. Bump it out here.
Well, she tried.
Yeah, I don't think she can get it now though, Pascal. Don't think the angle's there, is it? Maybe? Just?
Wow.
Don't think so.
No, I think she's always gonna go above the 10. So, did she leave? I think she left an edge. I think this is bankable.
Double kiss though, it's big. Cross bank, yeah, it's on, but it's tough because it's pretty straight, and when you're pretty straight like this, playing a cross bank, that double kiss does come into play, right, Pascal? There's a big chance of that.
Yeah, especially with the newer cloth, you can't do a lot from the rail. Normally, maybe you could go with inside or maybe outside spin. And a bit older cloth, going with the inside spin. Oh, she's not going for it. Well, missed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of felt maybe there was a chance there. Maybe she thought the double kiss was definitely on, so I could understand. Maybe not worth the risk, but Yasmin has ball in hand here. Same shot as what she played last time, but on this occasion, she kind of want to catches it from the bottom. Try and bump it into the 8 ball and just open it into the same pocket, I think, Pascal, is the bottom right.
Yeah, but to be honest, this is never gonna be easy. Well, she played it just like you said, and she played it, I think, perfect. And I think she's even able to make the 10. Playing away from it. Wow, that was very nice. Came up a little bit tougher on the 8 than she would have liked. Cue ball on the rail, so keep your head still. Yeah, there she goes, 2-0 up.
Yeah, but I think the way it could have landed a lot worse if she was a little bit off angle on that 10 ball. That shot that she played there wouldn't have been on, so it worked out quite nice, even though it looked a little bit close work. It was yeah, it was a pretty good shot. Here we see on the other table, Joshua Filler against Wojciech Szewczak. We'll get a score update on that one for you shortly. They're live on table number 1 on the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
so plenty of games.
It's 1 each over there. 2 world champions battling in the last 16.
Yeah, so let's take a look at Luia's first break. She has 2 breaks, so we are playing alternate break, but from that alternate break you do have 2 breaks on your turn before it passes back to your opponent. And that was a very soft, tentative break, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Pia Filler's break. We've seen a few of her 8-ball matches in the European Championships. This kind of soft, kind of tentative break, trying to pot those 2 balls in the centre pocket seems to be quite effective, but not on this occasion. It's a pretty wide open break here. In first glance, you have to feel stripes would be the obvious choice, just because of maybe where the 5 ball is. But if that 5 ball goes down in the bottom left hand corner, solids aren't too bad. I think Pascal also is an option, so if she can't take either, I think that 5 does go.
Yeah, she's looking at it. Yeah, still both are pretty good, right? What an open table. There's also a risk with the soft break, or the soft-ish break maybe, that you're putting all your eggs in the middle pocket basket, you could say, if you don't make those 2 balls behind the first one. Well, you don't have any other options for another ball to fall, I think.
Yeah, it's a good point. Something I talked with Tim Durauta, our fellow commentator, about, and it's a risky one. Playing a soft break, like you said, you leave everything wide open. If you don't get that ball in the side, and as you see from the likes of Yasmin and some of the other top players, they're just trying to give it as much power to try and get that bonus ball as you can. But just looking on there, I think she made a mistake there. She didn't land on that stripe on the left side rail, so she might have to go for a tougher 10 ball here, or a cut in the side.
Wow. It barely went in, and because she hit it just a little bit too thin, she went a little bit too far. So another tough one coming up.
Yeah, she's starting to chase this rack a little bit. You fall out of position one time and a second time, and now it's becoming difficult. Just wondering if the 12 ball goes past the 4 ball, or maybe she can just get it then. Yeah, looks
Oh, she
good.
did.
She was teasing us, Pascal. She was teasing us.
Wow. She took her time just to make sure you could see. What an experience.
Yeah, still need to play a shot on this 10 ball. It does go in the side, kind of from that line of where she is now. If that's where she's playing it. Looking at the angle on the 11, she might have to play it in the side. Don't think she can. Yeah, there she might just do a little bit of a draw and go up and down. For eight ball in either, well, one of the side pockets or in the same pocket she's just played. That 11 ball, maybe, Pascal.
Yeah, she could try to roll it in also, making sure position, or at least getting a pot going up and down. It's always a little bit of risk with all the balls lying there. So watch out, one ball. Well, yeah. Rubber hand there, lost the cue ball.
Yeah, she kind of, I don't know, it looked like she jumped up or quit on the shot a little bit. It didn't get any spin on it. It just, yeah, went forward. I think she tried to play that little bit of check side, come straight back down the table. Tester here, though.
Yeah. So, is there a line towards the 2? Oh, checking up just to make sure she's not gonna scratch. Wow.
Wow. What an 8 ball. I mean, she made that look a lot easier than it was, but what a great shot that was.
So, worrying signs for Olivia, because this was on her break. And Jasmine, I feel like I did her last match on yesterday evening. I commentated on that with Getin, and well, she was struggling in the beginning with her cue ball, just like she did now, but you know, when she's struggling and still goes up 3-0, well, imagine when she gets going. Yesterday it was the same, ended up 8-1 in the last 16.
Yeah, we see soft break again, Pascal. No ball. Deja vu, and straight away looking at that stripe on the right hand side rail makes me feel solids would be most practical. However, yeah, I think that those 2 balls at the bottom, that 1 ball and that 4 ball, one definitely goes in the bottom right. Sorry, the 4 goes in the bottom right. The 1, unsure. But yeah, I thought solids make more sense here. She's got a nice angle. She can play straight from the 3 down for these 2 balls, Pascal, and get rid of this problem ASAP. Could be an option if she wants to go down table. But that 2, she might go 2 ball. Or 5 ball, then 2 ball. Get rid of those middle balls out of the way first.
Yeah, she can
Makes
kind of
sense.
bump into the 14 a little bit to stay on the 7, and I like playing the 7 early because, well, if she can, then it would open up for the 1 and the 4. But she's gonna go to the, oh, the 1 also goes. Nice camera angle.
She could even play, yeah, probably 4, 1, 7. She has the angle to go off 1 rail and back up for the 1. And the 1 also does go in the top left as well, Pascal. So she's got a couple of options here. That'll work. Could even leave a little bit of an angle on this 7 and play the 8 ball in the same pocket as the 8 if she chooses. She's landed pretty straight, so that 8 ball is probably going to go in the side maybe.
So, Graham, when you see Jasmine play like this, you can imagine something about her getting all the titles, right?
Yeah, her pattern play is just very, very good, and you can tell that both Jasmine and Albin just put a lot of time in on the table. And similar to this, her brother is going very well in his last 16 match against Daniel Maciol. He's also, well, he's 4-0 up in that match. Race to 10 on the men's side. Actually, he's 5-0 up, apologies. Scores are just updated, so he's already off to a flyer, just like his sister. Very dangerous 8-ball players. And Albin came through a bit of a crazy match last night. Hill against Fabio Rizzi from Italy. Went all the way, and I think Albin broke and ran. Or was it a dry break? I can't remember. I was watching it, to be honest, but it went all the way, Pascal. I don't know if you've seen that at the end.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit. I have to say, missed the end because I was sleeping to get up early for this match. Well, 4-0 up. Oh, well, lost the cue ball, but got kicked away. Still, this will be a good chance for Olivia, and I feel this is a must-take chance. Jasmine is getting a feel for the table. So the 5 and the 12 are tied up. I think maybe the 12 maybe goes. If not, they will need some attention. Besides that, well, I think stripes is the nicest way to go because of the 5. So, what do you think here, Graham?
Yeah, I think it's a good call, but she does have an angle on this 2 ball to play into that 5 ball, and if she does just flick it and touch it a little bit, she will have an option of the 3 ball in the left corner pocket. The 1 ball is over the bag, so solids do have a little bit of a okay connection as well. So yeah, stripes, if that 12 goes, then obviously stripes make a lot more sense because you don't have to disturb anything. Probably that's why she's going this way. Yeah, I think if that 12 needs to be disturbed, Pascal, then I would have probably went solids there just because the angle was already perfect from that 2. So this tells me it does go, I think, Pascal.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way. Got a little gentle nudge of the 2. Oh, doesn't go for it now. Yeah, and Olivia also looking to find a little bit of rhythm, feel for the table, which of course is a little bit more difficult when you're 4-0 down, and also still looking for that first point on the board.
Yeah, she would love to take these out. She is a very good 8-ball player, Pascal. Like I said before, she has previously won gold medal in the European Championships a few years back. So obviously very dangerous and can play this game very well.
So it's maybe easiest to get kind of straight on the 14. I think she tried it. If you can hold, she can go 14, 13. Leave a little angle to worst. I think she just can hold it there, Graham.
Yeah. So this angle is important now, because if she lands straight on this, the only option she'll have will be to draw down table for the 8 in the side. So if she can leave a little bit of angle to stun out to the center of the table, kind of where the cue ball now would be great. She's a little bit straight. Do you think she can get this back across table, or will she draw this down for a shot on the 8 ball in the side?
Yeah, I like drawing, aiming on maybe just nudging the 6. Wow, she could punch it to a great position.
Yeah, that was a great last ball. Basically landing ball in hand on this 8 ball. Great shot.
Yeah. And I feel that this is well, a good message towards Jasmine. Maybe just a little bit, saying to her, you can't relax yet, I'm still here fighting.
Yeah, but this is what I like about the double break format. Jasmine will have another break, which becomes a big one, because if she didn't win this rack on her break, then Olivia has 2 breaks herself, and then before you know it, there is a chance it could go 4-4. So even though you are in the lead, you do need to try to win at least one of your breaks to try and hold that lead a little bit.
Wow. Big break. Lost the cue ball a little bit, but what a result. Don't know if she has a sight on the... Oh, she can't see the 5. So, unless you want to cut in the 3 in the corner or in the side, kind of forced into the stripes. Which aren't too bad. But the first shot is a little bit, well, tricky. Would like to land in between the 3 and the 10. Graham, what do you like here?
Yeah, I like that call. Not the best first shot, but it does give her quite an okay angle. Yeah, good call. That would have been the shot for me as well. Get on that 10. And then try the 8 ball's a little bit in a strange place. It is available in top left, as we see the screen there, or top right, as we see it now, and the 2 center pockets. However, there is quite a few stripe balls around that top side of the table, so getting from a stripe to 8 ball is pretty okay. I think I need to be attacking this 14 ball as soon as possible for me, Pascal. Maybe now, go below it.
Oh, great call. Maybe even talk too loud there, giving directions to Jasmine.
Yeah, I think she knows way more than me, I'm sure. But I think it's makes sense to get that out of the way now. And then she's got quite a few options at the top. That 9 ball's a little bit in a funny place. However, there is a couple of stripes in the middle of the table, so this is not too bad now. Hard work is done for me.
Yeah, also that 9 ball, if you can connect another ball to that 9, well, the 9 could be a nice last ball, but I think she should, or she's gonna take the 15 as the last ball, making the 8 ball in the side.
Yeah, I like that shot. Yeah, I definitely think the 9 ball is going on the journey now. And then it's all how she lands. Yeah, lands from here. Get that 11 ball out of the way. Needs to run.
Yeah, so now she could go 15 first, but yeah, then you gamble a little bit on perfect position. If you go 11 now, oh, you gotta travel a lot, so pick your poison.
Yeah, I think if she does take the 11, there's a little bit more free space on the right side of the table, so just the 3 ball, whether she wants to go 2 rails, or if she can go, she's going to take it in the bottom left. That's what she's thinking.
It's actually the safest shot. It's the more difficult pot, but she could go around the 6, just dropping in the 15, still shoot the 8.
I think she can come under the 8 ball maybe. Oh, she's missed this though.
Oh, wow, that was even better, but
yeah, she'll be so annoyed there, Pascal, because once she got on that 9 ball, it was pretty straightforward. There's a big chance there that I think she hasn't taken.
so imagine 4-2 getting both of the breaks of Jasmine, the whole set, and then have a new set of your own, breaking 2 times. So good looking at a potentially 4-4, like you said.
Yeah, this is what we've seen happen in 8 ball. Don't take a few of your breaks and tables can turn a little bit, but I do have to say that Olivia does need to find a break, because her last 2 breaks were maybe not going the way she expected. Those balls going towards the middle were either too high or too low, and she left an absolute wide open table for Yasmin. So I think, yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if she tries a different break or she sticks with what she's done in the first 2.
Yeah, you could argue about how many breaks can go wrong before you switch, because sometimes you can break, well, with a bad result, but also feeling like you didn't hit it the way you practiced, especially with the soft break. So when you think you still can hit it better, that would be a reason to stick with the soft break.
Yeah, that's a fair point. She does take the rack. Yasmin had a good chance to go 5-1 there, but wasn't to be. So we come back to Olivia's break shortly. And on the other table, Joshua Filler is 4-2 up against Wojciech Szewczak. Any other big scores? Yeah, Dennis Graber onto a flyer. He's 7-1 up against Emil Andre Gangflot. What a crazy game that is. Dennis must be flying. Players on a timeout at the moment. All the other matches are pretty close. From the women's side, Pia Filler's 4-0 up. It's pretty much. Christine Steinlag from Germany's 3-1 up against Maria Teresa Ropero from Spain. But we're back to this match, and we will see if Olivia can punish Yasmin even more for that mistake and get a break of her own.
Well, let's see the break. Oh, maybe hit it a little bit harder. Oh, look out for the cue ball.
Yeah, she did hit it harder, Pascal. I fully agree. And she did make a ball, or even 2 maybe. So it tells me that
3.
she did try to change a little bit. Even 3. I think she did change a little bit. Maybe that's why she possibly lost the cue ball somewhat. Could be a reason. But yeah, at first glance here, there's a little bit of work to do on both balls. There's a spot in the stripe, sorry, a solid in the stripe. Yeah, a little bit. 13 ball down there. I do think stripes, for me, make more sense just because of the starting position and the connection to the ball's down table. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Solid's also an option, but that 4 ball is probably a bit of an off-putting shot. How do you see it, Pascal?
Yeah, it's just that the 13 is a little bit tricky, where if the 6 passes, the 7, that's where you would maybe like solids, but yeah, just getting rid of the 13 right away. Pretty smart, also very accurate to land on it right away. And also with the stripes you open up the pockets for the 8 ball, so yeah, good call, Graham. Stripes definitely.
Yeah, should be using a bit of a spider view here from over the top. She's overrun that a little bit. Has to use the rest of the bridge. It just makes it a little bit more tricky, Pascal, right? You know, a little bit of spin, a little bit of, not going to say miscuing, but it's a lot harder to strike exactly where you want it. So the cue ball here would be interesting to see how she gets out for the 9.
Yeah, especially striking downwards. Well, you can see here she's kind of, her hand is kind of in the way of her side. Oh, I think considering the bridge was a super good shot. So do you play this with a lot of inside spin, maybe going into the long rail and then grabbing the inside spin on the short rail?
Yeah, it's a good call. I don't know if she can she even drag it into the 2 ball and leave a longer 9? Is that even an option? Just pinch it rather than going 3 rails into the 2? Oh yeah, she could call, Pascal, but she's behind the 2 ball. Always a danger when you're playing so much check spin.
Yeah, kind of feel a bit responsible for this outcome. Sorry there.
It's all your fault.
All jokes aside, it was a very good effort with the bridge, and then the 2 rail position. Got the contact.
Yeah, the thing with that shot, Pascal, it was really just Yasmin was trying to avoid giving ball in hand. It's not really going to make too much difference, because in these kind of positions, with if you only have 1 ball left on the table and your opponent has a wide open table, it's very, very rare that you come back unless someone makes a very silly mistake.
So still, does the 6 pass? The 7 would make her life a bit easier. I think the 4 ball is pretty okay from the bottom to play it up.
She might be on the 7 now. Maybe go forward and run below the 4, like you said. That could be a good option.
Jasmine is trying to watch the angle there. Yeah. Also trying to relax a little bit, kind of, because, you know, probably not gonna get back to the table with rack.
Yeah, there's no real problems here. Probably play 2 ball, 1 ball, yeah, 5 ball, 6 ball. She's got a few options. Definitely want to get rid of that 5. Probably the next shot or after the 1, depending how she lands position wise. She's okay. She can just play a little bit of a kill shot, Pascal. Keep it there.
Yeah, I would also like maybe going 6-1-5. It's also pretty natural. I think she, with the shot clock, she made her decision, go for a certain route. Stuck with it. Nothing wrong with that. looking perfect, and I think we got ourselves a match, Graham.
Yeah, I was just saying, the momentum has definitely shifted. Yasmin has had a couple of chances, hasn't taken them. It's definitely cost her. I mean, that ball in hand was a great opportunity to go and to win another rack. And all of a sudden, Yasmin is under a bit of pressure, and Olivia's getting a little bit of momentum on the table. If she can find the break here, Pascal, this could be, yeah, like you say, we're in for it. Could be a close one.
Yeah. Still feel Jasmine will have a slight edge. Also being in front, of course, but also Olivia, she still is looking the way she's playing a little bit cautious, maybe. Maybe that's just the way she plays also, but I feel like she still needs to settle in a little bit more.
Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, same kind of story. She took a little bit less out of that one again. She's not finding the balls that she's hoping for. But this is a very messy break now. At first glance, at least anyway. I'm not sure if that 4 ball will go past in the bottom right if the 1 ball was not there. But I don't even know options wise if Yasmin can really take anything other than solids. Does she even have a shot on a stripe? Don't think so. Other than the side, maybe. Yeah, that 2 ball doesn't even go on the side, Pascal, as well. So a bit of work here. Can she open it now? I don't know.
I think she's opening it now. Maybe. Oh, I was a little bit too optimistic there. I thought maybe hitting it harder, getting the 15, maybe opening up the 4. That would have been something, but yeah, if you can land with a little bit of a smaller angle on the 1, you could try to open up the 4, having the 5 or the 6 or the 3 still as a backup for the side.
Yeah, I mean, how aggressive do you want to be here on the 5 ball? You could go off the left short rail, left long rail, put this 5 ball in the top right, and maybe even open the 4. Bit aggressive, but I think she's deciding to take the 1 ball out of the way.
Well, can she get enough meat to open up the 4 now? Well, I think she tried, and well, I don't know, kinda got lucky to open up the 4. I think she still has a cut on the 3, but the 2 ball is kinda, yeah. Do you try to cut this with a lot of left spin and try to land on the 2 for the side or the corner?
Yeah, I think the cut on the side looks too thin for me, but the camera angle can be deceiving. Yeah, I don't know if that really went, to be honest. It didn't look straightforward, that's to say the least, but because Yasmin has bumped a few balls, she's actually helped the situation a little bit for Olivia. Still, there's a bit of work to do here. This 11 ball on the right hand side is a bit of a problem, but could she play that off the 3 in the side maybe? There's an option, she goes below it. I'm not sure if that's on.
Oh, there's the famous shot, right? With, who was it? Raga maybe? With playing that shot too soft. Well, this 3 is more deeper. I think that's on, so nicely spotted.
Yeah. She could try it now maybe. Get over there, if she can land right behind it. Pretty good. Then she will have position for the 13 as well, so let's see what she plays. if it does go and she can make it in the side, then I think that's the shot she plays now, because she's got a good angle to get over there. I think she is, Pascal. Nice position here to get on this ball as well, next to the 4 ball, so she's one good shot away here for winning this rack.
So, yeah, just shoot it like you're just overcutting in the corner. Needs a little bit of pace on the shot though. Oh!
Wow. Okay, so good night, everybody. That's it for me, and that's it for Pascal. How did that stripe go past that 3? What a shot! That's incredible.
Oh my days, I never ever thought that was gonna go. I actually, in the first glance, I actually thought she fluked it, but obviously she called it. Sorry, people.
That's all right. We don't get it right.
Try
every
our
time,
best.
But look at that angle. I mean, what a shot! I was wondering why she was going forward. So she would have, if it didn't go. Anyway, here's what it is. A little bit of humor. We'll have some fun. Either way, that was a great shot. She's going to need another one on this 9 ball because she's not where she wants to be. Can she hold this, Pascal? It's a thin one.
Yeah, it's very thin. I think holding it is just try to aim to land just before the 6. Oh well, she still has the.
Wow, just
still has the corner. This is a misread rack for us, Graham.
She's bending it. She didn't have it. She was bending it with left-hand spin, so I'm still claiming that one. She couldn't see it full. She had to bend the ball. That's why she missed it.
Okay, fair.
That's one for the team. We're taking that one. But what a chance for Yasmin here. All of a sudden, balls are wide open, and yeah, there was a lot of hard work in that run out for Olivia. Maybe a fraction away. I kind of feel Yasmin has to take these, Pascal. She's been a little bit out of sorts for this last 3 racks or so. Had chances all the way through. She kind of needs to take these out.
Yeah, well, if I know anything about this woman, it's even when she's struggling, yeah, she's still gonna take out a lot of racks. So that's why I feel she has so many titles, because she can still produce when she's struggling a little bit. So imagine when she's feeling good, when she's in stroke.
Well, a big rack that. I think that in the context of this match, Yasmin will be feeling very relieved. Olivia will feel maybe that was a bit of a missed chance to get back to 4-4. And yeah, rightly so, Yasmin just taking a minute to recompose herself. Both of the players taking a timeout. Probably a good timing, Pascal, I think, given what's happened these last 4 racks.
Yeah, I think Jasmine should be very happy here, and also on the other hand, Olivia missed that chance, although she is starting to look very, very sharp. But she should be okay with 3-5 down, considering she was, well, 4-0 down. So this could go all the way, maybe. So, can give you a quick score update from the other tables. So, the men's, we got Daniel Maciel trailing 3-7 against Albin, the brother of Jasmine, Albin Ocean. Emil André Gangvlot lost 1-10 against local hero Dennis Grabe. Yuma Durner is 6-7 down against David Salman. Michael Muklevik is 4-5 down against Petri Makkonen. Roman Hibler 4-4 against Kasper Matikanen. Ante Sola 3-5 down against Stefan Kasper from Germany. Wojciech Chevchek against Joshua Filler. Battle of the Titans on table 1. C7-3 against in favor of Joshua. And Jose Alberto Delgado won his match 10-2 against George Kampourlidis. So that's for the men's. And in the women quarterfinals we got Pia Filler being 5-0 up. It's race to 8 obviously against De Rose Va. And Sandra Baumgartner is 3-3 against Veronika Huptrova. And Christine Steinlage is 3-2 up against Maria Teresa Ropero. And of course, you're watching Jasmine Ocean versus Olivia ZALEWSKA 5-3. So to put you a little bit on the spot here, Graham, who do you like for the ladies winner of the Euro Tour?
Of the Euro Tour, wow, that's a pretty big question. I think, yeah, it's hard to look past Yasmin really, even if she's still a little bit of battling in this match. I think whoever wins this match, to be perfectly honest, is probably going to be one of the favourites. Obviously Pia's 5-0 up and she's been playing extremely well, won a bunch of medals and 10 golds. I'm going to go with Yasmin. I think she's going to make her 20 Euro Tour wins, back-to-back wins. And while we're on that talk, I think Joshua's going to do it as well. I think we're going to have both back-to-back winners in this event. That's my call. Make a note. Write it down. How about you? Where's your thoughts?
So first you're going to say, well, it's very difficult. Make a note. This is it.
Yeah, I'm just going with the easy favourites, but I think they're playing so well.
Yeah, for me, because Jasmine, I watched her yesterday, she was also struggling and then still winning 8-1. That's, well, that's tough to beat. And still we can see it here, Olivia's actually playing good, but also I think Jasmine has one of the better breaks, more consistent. So that's also a big part. So I'm with you with Jasmine, and wow, it's very hard not to make Joshua Filler a favorite in any tournament he plays.
Yeah, and I think one thing is interesting. So he didn't play in the European Championships this time around, but he was here. I did commentary with him on one of the finals, 10 ball that Konrad Yushusin won. And you know yourself, Pascal, when you're watching pool tournaments, the pool monster inside you wants to play. And I just think because he didn't play the European Championships, he's been dying to get on the table. And with it being 8 ball, a very strong game for him. He's going to be hard to beat if he breaks well.
So, talking about the break, Jasmine putting in another hard break. Just didn't scratch in the side pocket and left herself a little bit of a tricky opening situation. Needs to, well, take on a long one. And both, I mean, the 15 is slightly blocked by the 3. But with the solids you have the 2-5, so not sure if she's... And of course the 4 is mostly blocked, I think. So a little bit of work to do. She's hitting the 1 here, Graham.
Yeah, I don't think she had much choice, to be honest. The big question, like you said, for me is that 4 ball. If it does go past in the top left corner, then yeah, solids was the obvious choice. Be interesting to see what she plays very quickly, because she'll want that 4 ball to be removed as soon as possible.
If it doesn't go, she can't leave an angle on the 3 ball now. And open up the 4 and have the 2 as a backup. I think that was the plan. It's gonna be a little bit tougher now.
Yeah, this has got danger written all over it for me, because the angle, like you say, isn't natural. She's going to have to draw this. Maybe she tries to move the stripe out the way.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know if she'll even hit the 4. It must go, Pascal. It has to go, surely. This is why she's dropped it in. And if it does drop in, a 2 ball to 8 ball is a perfect connecting ball. So it's all about this shot. Does look tight though. But as we've seen before as well, what do we know? If something goes or not. Well, there you go. That's a good angle. She can pot it. It's not a full pocket, but it looks more than fine. Yeah, nicely done. Good run out this, Pascal, where the balls were. Obviously she still needs to get there, but it looked a little bit messy at the start, but 1 or 2 shots in and she had it all sorted.
Yeah, getting stronger and stronger. Yeah, and it kind of comes back to the break where Olivia had one, I feel like a bit of a harder break than the other kind of soft breaks, and that was the one where she scratched, but she also made 2 balls, so I was very surprised to see her next break being soft again, breaking dry. So for me that's probably the main thing why it's 3-6 in favor of Jasmine now. So 1 break and run down. Just trying to get a little bit more control on the cue ball. Still searching a little bit.
Oh wow, what a bonus ball that was, Pascal. And look at the solids as well. Oh. Yeah, that 2 ball flying in from nowhere. Lost the cue ball a little bit. 2 ball flies in. I mean, look at these solids, Pascal. Which way do you take these? I mean, they look pretty good, right? For me.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe a little bit of attention on getting on the 3 with the 6 or the 7.
She has a couple of connecting balls around the middle of the table there, which she can use to get on that 3 ball. So she's choosing to get rid of this 1 and 4 now. I think the 6 does go on the side as well if she lands low enough, potentially. If not, that 3 ball just needs a bit of focus. It might even go on the bottom right, Pascal, the red 3, past that stripe, so it could be available in both pockets. Is she thinking about playing for the 3 now?
No,
She was
surely
looking.
not. So she could come over drawing. If she underdraws, she has the 7 or the 6 in the corner. Maybe even the 6 in the side. Well, this is a little bit too big of an angle, don't you think?
Yeah, I kind of felt she had an option. She could have drawn that 4 ball back down underneath the 6 and the 7 and have some options there. That could have been maybe a bit more of a percentage play shot. She had a choice to get, if she overscrewed it, she was on the 3. If she underscrewed it, she had chances in the corner and the middle. She has got a bit of a shot here now, and she needs to get the right angle on the 6 ball to get down for the 3. Unless it does go in both bottom pockets, then it makes it a little bit easier, at least in terms of position.
Yeah, well, I think she has a pocket maybe, but just a small piece of it. Oh wow, she could hold that.
Yeah, it's a great shot. And now she's got the chance to take that 3 ball. If she can land off one rail straight on this 7 ball in the top left corner pocket, that would be absolutely perfect. Josh might be going around for the side. She's missed it. Oh wow. That was just because she put so much right hand spin on that Pascal, I think.
Oh, gravity saved her.
Yeah, does the 8 ball go in the bottom right? Does it go?
I don't know. If not, she has to avoid the 11 or go in the corner. Yeah, great use of the 9. Judged it well. It's not an easy 8 ball, but at least she has a shot.
Big shot to get on the hill here, taking advantage of both of her breaks.
Well, she's buffing like well, she shows how tough that was, recovering all the time. But if I'm not mistaken, Graham, those were 2 break and runs after the timeout.
Yeah, correct. Perfect start to her little 2 breaks, if you like. I mean, you can't get any better. 2 break and runs. The opponent just has to sit and watch, hoping for a chance. And now Olivia has a lot of pressure on her now to really try and make her breaks count. She would love to do 2 break and runs herself, but then Yasmin has 2 breaks to win the match. So everything to do for Olivia here. Needs a ball off the break to start. A bit more power this time.
Wow, that's tough. I felt like a bit more power was definitely gonna help her, but yeah, she got 5 breaks now.
Yeah, it's difficult when you're not putting balls. You're going to leave too much table time for your opponent, especially where Yasmin breaks. For me, it's all about the 2 ball here, Pascal. If this 2 ball does go in that bottom right corner, maybe we can get a camera angle on that. That would be great to know. Then we will know for sure if she has any major problems, because we could see straight away the 7 ball does go in the bottom left. So it's all about this 2 ball.
Yeah, I think the 2 ball also goes in the left, so potentially she could go to the 2 ball with the 1. But the 1, maybe even with the 5, to land on the right side of the 2. The tough thing is for me, Graham, I would like to draw back for a nice angle on the 1, but the 14 is exactly in the way of that line.
Yeah, she might come back for the 5 here. Yeah, she's kind of a little bit in between. She might. I don't know if she can actually play into the 2 ball. Maybe the 6 ball goes in the side. I don't think so. The 8 ball's blocking it there, so she's got a little bit of decision to be made here. It looks like she could go into the 2, but she might not have a shot. Can she get into the 6 ball? I don't know if she can from that angle. Looks a little bit thin.
Well.
Oh, she's straight on the 6 as well. Pascal on the top if she wants to take it. She might not need to, but the 2 ball must have to go on the bottom left. That's what she tried to leave an angle, didn't she? She tried to leave an angle just to go over for the 2 ball in the bottom left. Unless it does go past, it must go.
Well, if it doesn't, she has to really kind of punch it. Well, she's stopping there, so it must go. Or is she gonna kind of jump over it, like jump on the 2? Surely not.
No, well, from this angle she can probably get the far left part of the pocket. And where the 1 ball is, there's plenty of options. Well, actually flies in. So it was all about that 2 ball. And I have to say, other than a little, if I can say, blip in the middle where she missed a few chances, she was great at the start. And then she's closed out this match exceptionally well, Pascal.
Yeah, this 8 ball for a very nice win. And the place in the semis. What a joy to watch.
Yeah, well done. Well done, Yasmin. Unlucky Oluia, I think the breaks cost her there, unfortunately, but Yasmin doing what Yasmin does. Played very, very well, broke very solid, puts a lot of pressure on her opponents. This was a quarterfinals match. Coming up in the next 12:30 slot local time, we'll be probably looking at the final, the men's quarterfinals, followed by the semi-finals and the final. So a lot of pool coming up today. That's it from Pascal and myself. Thanks for joining us, and we will be back very shortly for the next matches. Bye for now.